everybody hear me? Can you hear me back over there? I'll try to talk as loud as I can, okay? I'm Larry Neal, the pastor down at Blues Creek Christian Church, and we welcome you tonight for the meal, and all people on the fire department really appreciate you coming and being with us tonight. We have a very important announcement. I want you to listen if you will. As many of you have seen, you have flyers on the table and cards that you've signed as you came in. I'd like to comment on this. Christmas for the Troops is a priority box of items the troops can use, and it's a box full of goodwill sent to many soldiers serving our country. It is a small token of appreciation for their everyday sacrifice. At this time, I would like to introduce you to a very special family that started this program, and they can tell you a little more about it. And this is the Parn family, Todd, Lori, Grace, Jack. Please come up at this time.
I promise y'all I'm not going to sing, because if I did, y'all probably wouldn't come back next year. But we started Christmas for the Troops in 2008, and it was brought on the idea of our daughter Grace, which is now 13, and at the time she was 10. She said, "Mom, instead of us giving Christmas to each other, let's send Christmas to the troops overseas." So that's what we done. And the first year we sent 35 boxes. In 2009, we sent 75 boxes, and in 2010, we sent 125 boxes, over 1,000 pounds of goodies. But I wanted to let y'all know that on Sunday, December the 10th, we're going to have donation drop-off here from 11 to 2. So if you're interested in donating, if you'll look on your paper on the table at the bottom, it shows what items you could donate. And we have a special guest with us tonight that I would like to introduce to everyone. It's former Private Ashley Pelham, escorted by my brother Hank Usry. Just wanted to let everybody know how important these boxes are for soldiers out there. They're away from their families and away from their friends. They do have comrades out there in the field with them. That's all they've got to celebrate with. So thank you very much for what you do. It's very, very important for all our soldiers out there today.
I think that we have a box that's for Grace. Am I right? Yeah. Everybody listen, this is very important also. It's called the gift of grace. Webster's dictionary defines grace as a disposition to or an act of kindness, courtesy, or clemency, which means to show mercy. In no other instance have I seen so strongly a child fitting their name as well. Grace Parn is a beautiful 13-year-old girl that was diagnosed with a brain tumor and underwent surgery. September 9th, 2011. I was there when she went into surgery, and I told her that she would be well because the good Lord would smile upon her. Thankfully, the surgery was successful. And today we have with us, the gift of grace. I think that deserves an applause right there. She will have up to a year of intense physical therapy, but not once has she complained. She is an outgoing, compassionate, and unselfish teenager It was her brainstorm that fueled the annual Christmas for the Troops, which has sent numerous packages to our troops overseas for Christmas. Her family forfeits their Christmas gifts to each other to give to the soldiers whose only wish is to be home at Christmas. I think it only fitting that we now show Grace the same unselfish love that she has shown so many others. We would like to surprise Grace with a special family vacation. You got to open that up. Let you open it.
Grace, because of the generous love that you've shown to so many others, your friends, family, and community would like to show you that same love in return. They will be sending you and your family on a Walt Disney World vacation of your choice in the near future. They waited until I was crying to give me my part. Thank you very much. When we first started this, we put money jars in several businesses. And I work up the road at Blues Creek Grocery. We've had the jar out since Grace has been in the hospital. One day, I had a little special story that I shared with Grace's Aunt Sarah. And so far, everybody I've told this story to after they quit crying, they say, you have to tell it again. So they wanted me to tell the story, and I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I'll be crying through it. I was behind the counter one day, and after school, 2 middle-aged kids came in the store and waved $5. I knew that was probably their lunch money that they were getting ready to blow all at one time, and I waited. First they went and got a soda. And they came out the candy aisle and piled up candy bars and all kinds of candy. Both boys came up, and one was paying for his items. And every time he had some money left, he would say, hold on a minute, I'm going to go back. 2 would go back and bring one more thing. Even if he had more than 50 cents left, he kept going back and getting 5-cent candy. He worked down to 3 cents and put the 3 cents in the pocket. During this time, the second little boy noticed the jar on the counter with Grace's picture. He said, hey, I know that girl. She's my friend. He said, she's so nice. And he said, what are you doing? And I told her that we were all collecting money to go to Disney World. So I surprised Grace with that trip. And he hesitated, and he looked down at his pile of candy. He held up one 5-cent piece of gum, and he had his $5. He said, lady, do you care if I put this back? Because I'd rather Grace have my money. So I'd like to thank everybody, all the businesses, all the people. If you gave 1 cent, if you gave $100, we're over halfway to our goal. We're still collecting money, and I'm sure that in the very near future, we will be able to see Grace at Disney World. So let's give Grace another huge round of applause.